Hi all, happy Tuesday. Today we are going to talk about those times when you feel really stuck because of somebody or something else is affecting you, right? Today we're going to talk about the if only mindset. I encourage you to take a moment and think about the most frustrating thing in your life right now. What is the thing that's gotten you all riled up or frustrated or, whatever? And I invite you to kind of look around into that story that's all wound up, and take a look at, in the telling of the story to yourself, how many if onlys are in there. Today we're talking about the if only mindset. That is the mindset that says, but Nance, you don't understand. If only this one thing was different, my entire life would just fall into place, right? If only I got this promotion, I could afford all the things and everything will just fall into place. If only this person would just stop treating me that way, then our relationship would be perfect, right? If only, I had more patience or tolerance, I would be a much calmer parent, right? If only, right? That last example is a little bit off because that's something you can work on. But notice how often it is the case where the thing that frustrates us the most is something that's just simply not the way we want it to be, right? Like it's just different than what we want. And really, that's it. So I'm inviting you to, no matter how many times you tell that person not to do the thing, they keep doing the thing. If only they would just listen to me, right? Listen, I get it. I believe me, I get it, right? You are brilliant and you're awesome and you have really great ideas. And if only the rest of the world would listen to you, if everything would run smoothly. Except the rest of the world isn't listening to you. That person isn't stopping doing that thing, that didn't get the promotion this time around. And so what we're talking about today is really letting go of the alternative universe mindset. That idea that if only this thing were different in this alternative universe where I got the promotion, they don't do that thing anymore, I magically have patience overnight without having to do anything to process why I have little patience. In this alternative universe, everything is perfect. Except we don't live in that universe. We live in this one. I encourage you this week, notice your frustrations, notice when they pop up, and notice how much of it is this alternative universe thinking where if only we lived in the universe where this thing were different than the universe we're currently living in, everything would be peaches and cream. So I encourage you to do that. Notice your frustrations. Take a pause. Notice the story you're telling yourself and how much of that, if only this one thing were different, is involved. And if that is the case, take a look at that if only. Is it in fact something that you can have control over and work on changing for yourself? If not, maybe the thing to change, no, we can only change ourselves, right? Noticing we can't change the world, we can't change the universe we live in, we can't change other people. The only thing we can change ourselves. So if that thing that you want to be different in someone or something else, it's impossible to change because it's not yours to change, there's still something you can do. Because remember, we're talking about you are the only one that has control over your own life. And so if it is the case that there's a pretty consistent focus on, if only things were different, then I would be happy. The thing you can change about that Can't change them, can't change the world, can't change other people. But what you can change is your own mindset about it, your own patience, your own focus. Are you looking at the big picture, or are you hyper focusing on this one little thing that keeps happening over and over again? Like really taking the moment to look at what about yourself? If something about yourself were to be different, if only I found that thing attractive that I don't, if only I had the patience to just let them do their thing, if only, I really, really focused and worked hard and asked my boss what I do need in order to get the promotion and then take those steps. What is it about you that you can work on or focus on or change so that you can change? You can accept and adapt to the actual universe that you live in, not that alternative universe that doesn't exist, but the universe that we currently live in. What can you do to adapt to this particular universe, or accept this particular universe, or interact with this particular universe? Can be difficult to do, of course. It's one of those, simple, not easy things, but give it to me. What are the what ifs that you're getting stuck on, that you can't figure out how what you can do can change your experience of it? I'm here. Let me know. Again, if there's a topic, please, please, please let me know. I want to be able to give you the value and the content that you're looking for. So please, please, please reach out, ask questions, and tell me what you want me to talk about next. I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.